Boys, welcome to the Our Day Off Podcast edition, Our Day Off Podcast PRI edition. I've said it like 50 times this week. So it's like,
All right, what's your track record running like right now?
it's
Good.
It's all right. It's okay. I feel like I've talked to so many people in the last 3 days that I almost forget what I've said and who I've talked to, you know? And I feel like I've said the same thing a few times, but I have to realize that I'm talking to different people every time, you know?
Yeah, like some are just basic questions. So that just
It's like to me it's odd because I'm doing it over and over and over again.
understand.
But anyway, Mr. Woodlee from Wide Open Design,
Right on.
talk to us, man. What was 25 like? What's everything going on with Wide Open Design?
Dude, 25 was pretty crazy. And it's a blur because it's gone now. I mean, we're right here at the middle, might as well call it the end of December. So this year it's out. It's gone. But what we did is we launched off, we completed some full body Jeep builds that we've been working on. The JK platform, we've got some really killer builds that we finished up this year. So all tube chassis JK with crane axle 14 bolts, front and rear under it, LT 427s in them, 4L80, Atlas transfer case, all in a tube chassis with coilovers, bypasses, heat, AC, the whole works of dang near like a luxury rock crawler pre-runner. But man, they got really drawn out. Now that we've got those complete, and now we really, after we got those, we realized like, man, they really lock up the shop. So now we've got 3 different build scenarios in our scheduling. We've got short-term work, we've got long-term buggy work, and then we've got long-term full-bodied work. So what we've got planned for coming up, like right now we're finishing another 4-door JK and then a tube chassis LJ in the long-term full-bodied rigs. Then we're going to build, next on the list right now, we're going to do a Gladiator. And the plan with that thing is we're going to take a Gladiator, cut the doors in the back, shorten it, and maybe put the motor in the back of a Gladiator.
Interesting.
So it should be pretty cool.
That's that'll be very unique.
That's the deal. Like, it's for Tom Joseph. His boy Justin's got a Triton car. Tom's got the very first tube chassis JK that we had. So like, Tom's just a really interesting guy, and he's really cool, and they wheel a ton. They're
Off-road affair. Like, just check them out and follow those guys around and get jealous of how much wheeling they do.
Okay. Where are they based out of?
Colorado.
Colorado? Oh, it's a
Yeah.
great
They're
place
based
to
out of
be.
wherever their haulers parked at right now.
Yeah,
They spend
okay.
more time on the
Dude.
road than they do at home. It's wild.
It's
That's awesome.
so awesome how much wheeling they're doing, and they're taking that first full body JK. That thing has been all over the world, all over the US wheeling. So that's been that. But yeah, when we kind of took the scheduling and realized that we were really kind of hurting our buggy builds because they don't take near as long as that full body does. Like, just building a full bodied rig over building a tube chassis rig with panels on it, that's 2 totally different levels of fit, finish, time, commitment, everything.
The details just got to be relentless.
It is, and that's what we're known for. We've built this whole business off of doing really quality rigs. Like, it's what we've always been really proud of. It's what we do. It's like me and Jason, we work day in, day out on trying to make sure that we're building a good quality rig. And it's got to be unique. It's got to have a good look to it, but it's also got to function and everything. So
You got to get good value for your dollar out of what you're getting from us, and we don't sacrifice on that. So it's a lot of work.
Well, and it shows. I mean, you guys have built some of the most badass rigs in the market.
We appreciate that.
That 4-door JK build that you guys did, I actually came to y'all's shop
Mhm.
when you had that in there. I think it was bare at the time when I saw it. And even then, I was like, this is an absolute work of art. I would be terrified to wheel it. You know what I mean? I know that's what it's built for.
Yeah.
Me too.
But Lord Almighty, that thing is a work of art.
It's funny because I'm looking at building myself a new buggy next year, and I'm like, what do I want to build? And I'm like, I know I got a wife and I got my 2 kids, and like that 4-door JK is like, that's what I should do. But then I like go wheeling, and I'm like, I'm not going to act right in a 4-door JK yet. I'm not there. Like, I'm a buggy guy.
Yeah.
I love wheeling in a buggy.
Yeah.
Do I think it'd be awesome to have all the creature comforts and the amenities and everything? Like, no doubt. And man, we've got the last 4-door JK we did it with a 3-link front suspension and a steering box, coilovers bypass, drives down the road 80 miles an hour like
Phenomenal.
no other. I'm so proud of how that thing drives down the road.
That's
And you could like I really, if I had the effort and time, I would love to build one, leave Tennessee, drive it to Hammers during KOH week, wheel it all week, and then drive back home. And I would actually love to do it, race one.
Yeah, we're
And
just gonna have to race 4,500 while we're there. You know, you build
Yeah,
a 4,500
yeah.
legal Jeep, you might as well
Yeah.
race it while you're there.
Like-
We're gonna drive it home.
drive it out, drive it, race it, and drive it home.
Yes. Like that
I
would
be
think
epic.
that's the best. That'd be a great. Just the story and the footage you could get out of that. You could put
Yeah.
together a series for that. You
Yes.
know?
Yes. If we had somebody that would cover the story, like it'd be worth doing it.
Well,
For
and it'd be
sure.
worth racing. It's in the front. It's got 12-inch bypass, 12-inch coil care, air bumps, hydraulic assist steering.
You're building a
Like,
race car.
Absolutely.
It would handle it.
Yeah.
Yes.
maybe.
Like, I mean, this dude,
No, it would.
it'll handle a 3-inch 5-tube in the front. Like, it's awesome.
Dude.
Yeah.
Let's
so-
go, dude.
Yeah, like let's do something. Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
who wants
crazy.
to cover this? Because it would be awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I even called you the other day and I
Mhm.
told you, I was like, oh, dude, I was just talking with my buddies about, because recently,
Yeah.
all of my friends have gotten 4-door JKs,
Yes.
Rubicons,
Yes.
and just stock, I mean, lifted with like 37s, but just stock axles,
Yeah.
stock drivetrain, blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, they go. We're not
You
afraid
can
to
cover ground in them.
We're not.
especially if
We're
you
not
care about
afraid to
body
mess.
damage.
Right. We're not afraid to screw them up because you
Dude.
can get them so cheap now.
Yeah.
And we've been beating the brakes off of them.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, have you seen Woodlee's freaking 4-door builds that he's doing at Wide Open? And
Yeah.
they were like, no, I haven't seen him. I was like, I'm pulling up my phone. I'm like, look at this. Look at
No,
this.
yeah.
And then I called him and I was like, dude, I was just showing my buddies your stuff. And he was like, hell yeah, buddy.
What's funny is you were like, dude, we got these little JKs. I was like, I got one. I didn't tell nobody either.
Yeah.
I drive one all the time. I drive it all the time.
Minivan with 4 doors.
I'm like, I'll get in trouble for saying this on a podcast, but like, it's a Jeep on 37s and I call it baby Jeep. And you laughed at me when I said that, but like, dude, it's so much fun.
It
Like,
Hey,
is.
you do
Yeah.
look really cute driving on the way home. I pass them
I
on the way
don't
home
care.
every once in a while.
don't care. Don't
What are you
care.
passing him in though?
Yeah.
My 4-door Ram that I
Yeah.
drive.
Like,
Blah.
yeah. Yeah.
I can't wheel my daily driver. He can.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, so, and the reason I ended up with one, I've never had like any kind of lifted anything that I daily drove. I'm not that guy. Like,
Yeah.
you can ask him. Like, when I buy a diesel truck, I've got a diesel truck that's got all the DEF stuff on it, everything. I don't touch nothing. I mean, I
The
just,
stock replacement tires back on his
Yeah,
truck.
I'm like,
it's that far.
I'm that guy. Cause like, whenever I need to go to California next week, like I'm going to California next
Right.
week. That's just me.
Yeah.
But I've got this Jeep and we bought it because we bought some land, built a house. It was a few acres and I couldn't access it any other way. So like we ended up with it. And dude, now I love this thing. It's just,
They're
it's
awesome.
Cool. It's cool and fun.
They're awesome. And I
Right.
hated on them for years when they first came out because I was a TJ guy,
You and
I,
everybody else.
I had 2-door TJs, stretched, all that nonsense. And I'm like, 4-door Jeep, come on.
yeah. It's
and now
like a
you get,
real one.
yeah, now you get in the 4-door Jeep that's got heat and AC.
Yeah,
heated
you got 3 of your
seats,
buddies and everybody's
Yeah,
got whiskey
and
drinks and they're
lo-
cruising.
and
Oh,
there's
God.
lockers and
Yeah.
lockers and disconnectable sway bars with a push button, dude.
Yeah.
Bro. And they
Yeah.
go. They go.
They
I
do.
threw
Yeah.
sticky. We threw sticky tires on ours just because we're those guys.
Yep.
And with the low range, we re-geared the axles, but with low range and stickies, it's a billy goat.
I'll tell you too, talking about the business, we own Crane Axle as well.
Yeah.
And talking about that market, dude, we're going to rebrand Crane this year. We've got a brand new website that's launching. And what I want to do with Crane is I want to actually utilize all these relationships that I've made over the years. You've known me for a little bit and I'm a relationships guy. Like I've got them all over this industry. I've been doing it for so long and this world has been good to me.
Right.
And I got dealerships with Yukon, Dana, East Coast, ARB, all these different places that I can sell parts, but everybody just knows Crane is the really cool rock bouncer axles or really cool full body Jeep axles, like Jeeps on ton axles. Like we're breaking into this whole other thing. And one of our deals is like when we made an agreement with Dana, he was like, hey, we're going to let you turn loose and sell all our product as long as you don't try to recreate what we're doing. And I'm like, okay. And it made me think, because I'm like, man, I'm an axle builder. I don't want to I got to think about this before I commit to it on like, am I ever going to build a crate axle or whatnot? I looked into their crate axle for these TJs or for these JKs. Man, they built a complete bolt-in 44 or a Dana 60 that has all the tone rings, all the electric lockers work.
It's plug and play.
It is so cool. Like, there's one sitting in the showroom of my shop right now. Like, dude, if a guy's looking to upgrade that splicer axle is the one.
Yeah, it's funny you bring this up because we were just having this conversation, and I said, if I'm going to change anything about this Jeep, I'm going to ton swap it.
Yeah.
And probably do coilovers.
Yeah.
And never touch it again.
That's the two things you need. You need axles that are going to hold up, and you need a decent shock package that's going to ride.
And I don't care about power anymore because I want it to crawl. I'm not trying to race this thing or hill kill. I want it to be good on the trail.
I'll be honest with you too, because like after talking with Eric Miller and stuff about it, like I don't know that you even need coilovers. Like a good set of bypass,
True,
like
that's very true.
shocks that are like smooth body bypasses on it, and leave the coil spring is like I think Ricky B actually went from coilovers and then
he went back. Yeah, the coil spring works just fine. You're just not getting good dampening out of it.
Yeah,
he went back to a coil spring and a just a shock body.
Well, and it saves you on packaging, and it lets you put this Dana axle that actually bolts in and uses the same lift you've already got, the same springs you've already paid for.
You're right. You'd almost be
one shot.
You'd almost be smarter to just buy those axles, direct bolt in, and like you said, the tone rings, all your stuff's your cruise control is gonna work, your ABS is gonna work. It's a no-brainer, and you can probably pick your gear ratio. I'd imagine, right out of the box. Yeah. So
pair that with a good IBP, and wow, the world changes on how you can drive this thing and enjoy it.
Yep, unreal.
And it's all about enjoying it when it comes down to it, anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So man, that's one of our big things with Crane this year. We really want to become the guy that like, if the ring and pinion goes out in your Jeep, I want you to call us for the parts. Like that's it. Like we are adding on more sales staff. We've got such a good group in the shop and in the whole business right now. It is so much fun. I've got more people on staff than I've ever had. We've got a web development team, which is 2 people, small team, but it's these two guys. 2 guys are cranking parts on this new website idea we're launching Crane. I'd love to say it'll be this year because it's like we're doing the final comb through of it right now. Wide open design will be right after that next year on the new platform with all the products. Easy to buy. We've got like great graphic designers. Like it looks so professional. It looks legit. We want to be the guy that you call whenever you need parts. Like that's one of our big things. We want to always build really cool rigs and all that, but like at some point in time, you run out of space and what all we can actually do with the amount of help that we've got and the amount of space we've got, where we're at. But we can always sell more parts. And I've got the best sales guy in the world on the front shelf now. I just hired another guy that's coming. It's like, it's a dream for me. Like me and this guy like wheeled way back when, and he knows the industry. He come in, I made him go through a legit interview. Like I would have hired him just off talking about him. You know what I mean? Like my buddy, but like I legit made him come in, spend time with my sales manager, time with shop manager, Jason. Like, I'm like, y'all give me your input. And they were like, this dude's awesome. Cause he knows about both side-by-sides and four-wheel drives. We've got the side-by-side chassis that Jason's racing. We got that platform that we just launched.
Yeah, I was gonna. That was one of my questions for Jason.
Yeah.
Was the side-by-side chassis he's driving. I know you've drug it all over the country and you've been to Hammers with it, right?
We had a real bad Hammers last year.
Some electrical issues, right, or some sort of communication issues that kind of took you out. But I've seen your car up close a few times, and again, typical wide open design. You look at it, and every time you look at it, you see something new. It's a beautiful car, and it seems to me like it's getting to the point where it's starting to work well. Like you're getting the bugs. You're getting those things figured out.
Hammers last year, I should have just straight up listened to Adam, which a lot of the times you should do that because he's a really smart guy, and he's like, I sold my other buggy, and we had like 78 days until it was time to leave for Hammers, and I was like, I think I'm going to build a race car, and Adam's like, yeah, you should build a race car, and it was like, I don't think the anticipation really was to get it done, and we killed it and had a bunch of help from other guys in the shop, and Adam was there at 2:30 in the morning on a Saturday night, like helping out, and we got it done, and testing went really well. We were doing shock tuning, and then the electrical demon really bit us, and it was an unproven car. And like, you take an unproven car to Hammers, you've been racing out there for years, you know how it is.
New car blues, man.
Totally unforgiving. on top of new car blues.
Yeah, it is.
But
So
after that, we got back and we did a lot of racing, and the car's been phenomenal. I've had mild part problems, and it's just been upgrading through that. And now we've got, Torque Masters came on board and put a spool in the front of it. So now I've got a diff that's not exploding all over the place. And our shocks have been phenomenal all year long. Radflow did a killer job with their new IBPs, and everybody else has got on board and just tried to help. Like, it's just filling it in. And now
Yeah.
it's a second year car. So now it's like you can actually expect more out of it. But
For sure. Well, you guys have definitely created one hell of a reputation in the off-road world,
I appreciate
and it's
Thank you.
impressive to see. You guys are both master fabricators,
Yeah.
and an excellent businessman, clearly. And it's really good to see you guys like coming out, making the effort, coming to PRI, coming to these events, coming to Hammers. Like that's really it sets you guys apart pretty heavily from other people that are doing similar stuff. I feel like that's
Yeah.
the difference. I really do. And you're always evolving. Like you're getting into the part thing, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you're doing all this crazy stuff with different vehicle builds like that. I know we've talked about it, but that 4-door JK, dude, if you haven't gone to Wide Open Design or somewhere on the internet and looked up his 4-door JK stuff, it's remarkable. Remarkable. So anyway, I'm off my high horse.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. What we're really proud of, like whenever you're talking about just the shop, so let's say just the shop, like you asked what was new in 25, is like we brought in-house a laser. Man, that's been a bucket list tool that we've wanted to buy for years. I actually saw it at PRI last year.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I do these shows. Like I love this show because their tool section's always really good.
Right.
Ran across the laser, great deal. Chop saber. We got it, put it in later this year. It is like changed the game on how we can process stuff. And our CAD design and all that has been so much better this year. But when you walk through my shop, I really do think it's awesome that you walk in, there's a tube chassis JK. There's a tube chassis LJ that we stretched the body from a TJ. There's a rocket ship chassis like what Wes races. And we've got that in a trail version now with a huge toolbox, big gas storage in it. And that thing is like, the vision out of that chassis is so much better than anything that's ever been in the rock bouncer world because we worked so hard on it. And then you set all the way on the bottom frame rail. That buggy drives like no other big buggy drives ever that I've set in. Like I'm glad to see more of them get out the door, and we're going to sell a lot more of them because all somebody's got to do is ride and drive in it.
Right.
It's that much of a
it
game.
sells itself from the driver's seat immediately.
I literally have said, what all I've rode and drove in, like driving West Keene's rocket ship was the most fun I've ever had holding a steering wheel. Like that says a lot for what I've done.
Yeah.
And those buggies just straight get it. And we're doing those. And then we've got our Revolution trail chassis that we're still building off that platform. And then you walk over to the next bay and we got a tube chassis razor program, and all of it's crazy quality work right now. Like the guys in the shop are all talented guys. The welding's so cool. Like we got the Bendeck Dragon notcher, and we've got it dialed in, and all the notching and everything else. There's just, man, when I walk back, I'm actually blown away at times. I'm like, we're able to do some
Pinch
cool
yourself.
stuff. Absolutely.
So on that note, tell me a little bit about background. Yeah, you have Wide Open Design. Everybody knows you.
Yeah.
Where'd you come from? How'd it start?
Started four-wheeling with my dad when I was about 13, 14. And dad got me into it. Built a 52 Waddle Willys pickup truck when I was 15 years old. And me and Hubert used to ride in the mountains all the time. And Hubert
Yeah, yeah.
well. Like, so Hubert grew up, him and Stripper Josh grew up right down the road. Me and Hubert used to go wheel. Hubert had to drive my truck and trailer to the trailhead. Like when we would leave, always had to haul for an hour to get there. Hubert would have to drive my hauling truck an hour, and then I would wheel the other truck because I was only 15. I couldn't drive. Hubert turned 16 before I did. And we would follow my dad to his truck and trailer. So, dude, that's where I really got started at. Then I went to work for one little local off-road shop in town. Worked there for a little bit. And then I went to work for a guy named Travis Hickman that built and restored wooden boats. Chris Craft, Scarwood, stuff like that. And that's probably where I really learned a lot of the side of things of like, make it quality, make it nice, no matter what. My dad taught me that. My dad's a machinist, fabricator. And, you know, we taught that. Then I went to work for this guy named Travis, still the most talented craftsman I've
Yeah.
ever met in my life. My God, look him up. Hickman's Wooden Boat Works. He is phenomenal. Taught me a lot. And, but I quit working with Travis when I was 22, and that's the last job I've worked. I'm 43 now.
And you started Wide Open right then?
Yep.
So you've been doing this a long time.
21
long
years.
time. So 21 years?
21 years.
21 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people that can say they've been doing a business for 21 years. I'm serious.
I'm
that's
dead serious to it. I feel
It's
really
an
special about it.
accomplishment for real.
for
Like,
real.
And
That's a feat.
I promise you, nobody said, yeah, go build rock crawlers, whatever.
Right. They'll laugh at you. Like if you told somebody
I
that,
did.
they'd be like, okay.
Oh, well, this one girl I was dating, I tell this story all the time. This old girl I was dating, her mom looked at me one day at the table and she said, when you going to get you a real job and quit building them doom buggies? I said, ma'am, I'm just going to try it from here. I don't know. Yeah.
Thank goodness you didn't choose
Yeah,
how to
it's
change your
like-
mind, dude.
Yeah, man.
You know, some people are just built for a thing. You know, you're made,
Yeah.
you're made for it. You know, you love it so much, and you put your heart and soul into it, and then look, it's just you can look back on that and go, thank goodness I didn't make that decision then, or let somebody influence me, because you
Yeah.
knew what you wanted and you knew what made you happy, and now here you are.
Yes, it was really hard because I was in school for engineering. I went to college for 7 years, like not full time. I went full time for a while, and I never got a degree. I bounced around. I was engineering, then I was marketing, then I was design, and then I was general business. And it was like I was bouncing around because I didn't like any of it. Literally, I use all that. I got the best college education that I would have ever needed for what I do. It was like,
by not picking one thing and sticking.
but I just bounced around. But like, you can ask him, like, I'm a whiz in Excel. I know marketing really well because I had some great class. I had the best teacher I had in all of college was my marketing teacher, Mr. Smith. Engineering background, like I've come out and I was CAD drawing. We've been CAD drawing a lot longer than most people have in the four-wheeling world. You know, we kind of were doing this before it was even really a thing. Now everything is CAD drawn by everybody,
Yeah.
and it's
It
awesome.
took over.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So cool how you can build something now. You like do the CAD work, and then it's like literally we do CAD work, and then we turn it in. It's like then we're laser cutting it, or we take it to the machine shop. That's the other thing with the shop. We actually have a full fab shop and a full machine shop. So, and a full-time machinist on staff there that like, we are blending products, and like whenever you see all this stuff and it's like all pocket milled out and everything, and it looks so cool. Literally for us, it's pretty easy to happen now because we've put the right group of guys together and like everybody works together.
That's really important to say too, because you got Jason, and you've been working for Wide Open how long?
We're 11 and a half, almost 12 years. I
Yeah,
think it'll be 12 years in May.
Yeah, and you're basically shop manager.
Shop manager.
Shop manager is your
Yeah.
official title. And we've known each other for a decent amount of time,
Yeah.
and you guys seem to like really have a good team. Like you obviously, I'm
Absolutely.
sure over the years you've had in and out people come and go.
Absolutely. I mean,
And
man, it's
It seems like the team you got now with Jason, especially we're kind of running the show, and everybody knows your work. I mean, it's obvious. You've been with him long enough that
Yeah.
his work is your work, and you guys are blended
Oh,
together.
yeah,
So it's
it's
like,
been a great ride.
yeah, and so cool to
Like
see.
you talk about people laughing about decisions you make. I remember I had a pretty solid job, and Adam ran an ad on Pirate that he was looking for a rock star to come to work, and we talked a little bit, and I showed up, and it was funny because I actually showed up wearing a rock star t-shirt for the interview, and,
That's fun.
and was like,
Yeah.
I think I'm that guy. And like when I told everybody, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna move to Tennessee to go build rock crawlers. Like a bunch of people were like, that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I was like, yeah, maybe, but
Yeah.
it's like the greatest life decision I ever made, hands down, bar none. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start doing something you love for a living, you stop actually having like a real job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like work. Everyone says that, like, cliche.
Yeah.
But it's true.
The rare few actually get to experience it
Yeah.
and go through a life of doing things you actually enjoy, and the places you've gotten to see and go from wheeling. We were in Vegas for SEMA like a month ago, and I can't remember what hotel we were at. We were standing up on a balcony. It's like, this is the coolest place I've ever wheeled.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
We-
unreal.
Yeah, we did that. I was in Johnson Valley into September. I mean, we're making the rounds. I'd like to actually make a few more rock bouncing events in the next year. I'd actually like to go to a few events and do that stuff. We've been building a house with wife and family and everything else, so it's cut my life and my time a little bit short. But man, we finally got moved in, so that was like I got a little bit of life change there. But like you're talking about the team, I would like to touch on like life gets really, really, really fun as a business owner when you realize all I gotta do is make the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta do is treat that dude right. All I gotta do is make the right choice for the customer, sit in the customer's shoes. It's so much fun that I know that I'm in enough control to where all I gotta say is like, hey guys, all we gotta do is the right thing. That's it. And
Makes
like,
it easy.
it makes the whole culture change in your organization. Once you do that and you set that standard and you waver to the side of the customer and you don't let nobody treat your employees bad though. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you got to get rid of a customer because like they're just bad.
Right.
There's bad people out there.
For sure.
And like I don't like talking about that and I'm not bragging about that, but like I'll go to bat for my guys.
That's a very unique thing in an industry that we work in, because I feel like it's so easy to be caught up in it's my company, it's me doing this, it's me doing that. It's a team, man. It's a team atmosphere. And if you can keep that atmosphere right, like you're saying, do the right thing, treat your people. It's your job as the boss, basically, to protect your guys. You know, they're there to do a thing for you and make sure your back is covered on the work end. And you've got to protect them, especially if it's a customer or whether it's just a person off the street that's just respecting them. No,
and thankfully we have got the greatest customers.
Surely
you get ever,
but you've got the greatest customers for a reason.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you've created such an excellent product and an excellent environment and group of guys that it's a no-brainer.
Well, I appreciate it.
It's a no-brainer, and it shows. I mean, we don't even need to talk about it anymore. But you know what I mean? It's it's just so good. It's so good.
Fun. We always use PRI as kind of it's the end of the year. It's great timing. We bring up everybody from the shop that wants to come to this show. It's 6 hours away. So I don't know how many hotel rooms did we rent.
It was like 11 or 12 this year.
We rented 11 or 12 hotel rooms for us and customers and people that wanted to come and hang out. And I got customers that I'll get badges for and buddies and whatever else. And then last night we went to dinner. We booked dinner party for 25 people. I was like, there's no way all 25 people will show up. They all were like, yeah, we want to come. We want to come. 28 people showed up last night for dinner. I was like, that's just
every N plus some.
I was like,
yeah,
it's just awesome that we can get everybody together with that. And it was so like, good. My guys, like my machinist is here, my sales guys here, all the fab guys in the shop, and they all like seeing all the stuff and the new stuff and everything else. And it gets them out and it lets them see it. But then they're sitting right there at the table. Dave Cole come eat dinner with us. Like Dave probably doesn't realize how awesome it is to my guys to get to eat dinner with Dave. Like they
for that to be a thing.
Dave thinks it's nothing. You've interviewed Dave, and Dave does not think that's anything for him just to come to dinner with us.
I bet you'd be surprised.
But he really does make a difference in that, and that's one reason. Like I'm a Dave fan, like big fan.
Yeah, you know, there's you can take all the drama whatever way you want, but at the end of the day, that man has created something that we all love,
and he has not just created it; he has kept it going.
He's kept it going. Fighting tooth and nail for it every day. You know, they're always trying to take away land. They're always making new rules. We've got to jump through hoops. So
when COVID came up and everyone's like, why are you planning on going to Hammers? And we're like, because it's going to be Hammers. And
everywhere COVID doesn't exist, dude.
Yeah. Everyone's like, no. And it's like, Dave said Hammers was happening and Hammers happened.
Yeah.
Dude, that's when I knew Dave was a cowboy. I was like,
yes.
I was like, dude, you're putting on a race in California during the middle of this. You're wild, dude.
Yeah, the worst state ever to try to do this in as far as COVID stuff goes. And Dave's like, pulls his 6 guns out and is like, yeah, we're having Hammers.
Yeah. He did it.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah. Gangster of the off-road world for sure.
I'll tell you this. My other favorite part about that guy is he is so passionate about off-roading and racing and going fast in the desert and living in Johnson Valley. He lives right there. We went out September and I didn't even tell him we were coming because we were going out. Kevin's car's got some issues and we thought we had them nailed down. So we drove cross country just to make sure we'd spend a week out there, pre-running the car to make sure it's good to go this year. Called Dave when we were out there, and he was like, you know, where you at? So we surprised him and whatever else. But yeah, I hung out with him and like drove the simulator at his house over there at the ranch. And then, but like we wheeled with Dave. Oh, this is one of the coolest things I did get to do in 2025. I got to run the OG 13 King of the Hammers course with Dave Cole as my guide
No way.
on a Thursday.
Yeah,
on
he
a,
was,
on a
yeah,
Thursday.
On a Thursday.
he was so excited Thursday afternoon. He called just to gloat about this. He's like, "Hey, you know what I did today?" I was
Yep.
like, "What's up, man?" He's like, "Yeah, we were in the OG 13 course with Dave." I was like, "You
yep.
did that on purpose."
So you got to run the OG 13 course with Dave Cole as your tour guide.
That's awesome. That's a bucket list right
And
there.
dude, man, he's so happy and such to do it, like so glad to do it. And I'm like, that guy is awesome for our sport because that's what keeps his sport going. Like the big picture of what that guy created and like what King of the Hammers is and what Hammer King is, man, I think everything goes through its cycles. And I watch it all because I love rock bouncing, I love Ultra 4 racing, and I love trail riding. And it all seems like they all kind of do this, you know, in a kind of a weird circle and whatever. But I tell you, everything seems positive right now about everything.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because I've said it again multiple podcasts these last couple days, and I even said it with Rory this morning. Rory from King of the Hammers. I feel like the energy coming into this year and right now, currently, I feel like it's so positive in the off-road world, the off-road racing world, and everything's just on this uphill drive right now, and it feels super good. And we've had past years, and you guys know that we were like, "What's happening?"
Yeah,
you know?
you'd be not really like overly worried about it, but like you just couldn't really see a direction. And right now, it does look like the direction's forward and up.
And I feel like everyone has the direction, and we're all working towards it.
Yep.
You know, I think we've all realized that we all love this one thing, and we will not let it die.
Yes.
That's it.
100.
That's it.
100% agree. Like, I couldn't say it better.
Yeah, perfect.
We're all working together in that deal of like steadily climbing it. You're doing these podcasts. I'm doing whatever I can as far as building cool vehicles and whatever else. And like it was funny because like we all ought to look to a little bit of way of like, how do we give back?
Yeah.
And I don't know yet. I don't have that right answer. I don't know if it's helping Shannon Welch and with what her cause is. I don't know if you know Shannon or not, but like she's a rock star, man. She's such a powerhouse of a good girl. And trying to keep Johnson Valley, like she's on this deal right now where the Marine Corps base is trying to just infringe that little bit. They're just trying to infringe that little bit. Like, I don't know what it is, but we all think about it. Like, what do we do just to make this better and keep four-wheeling where we're at? Because like we're all in such a positive thing.
Yeah, I talked to Troy Bigelow a little bit about that yesterday.
Yeah, Troy's
like,
good.
He was trying to give me these 2 little like 1-inch stickers because I was like, "Hey, I need some stickers. Let's put them on the car." I was like, "I don't know how much it's going to help, but if one person asks about that sticker, maybe I can help change something." And he's like, hand me these 2 little 1-inch. I was like, no. I was like, figure out how to give me some like 6, 7, 8-inch stickers.
Yeah.
Send me a file. We'll get it printed ourselves or something.
We had somebody it was Doug, right? Doug Bigelow.
Doug, yeah, I misspoke.
You're right.
Doug and
I confused me. I was like, is there another one?
Do you know them?
He was on the podcast.
Well, him and his brother are both like giant ogre like guys, but they're like almost the same size, and the mentality with the 2 of them is the same.
Well, we had Doug on, and Doug sat here and told us all about the USOHV, and super excited about that.
Yeah,
super excited about that. And I don't want to harp on anything, but there's a lot going on at Hammers this year to help people stay safe. Clean up after yourselves. Let's not bring the fireworks out to Black Chocolate Thunder and blow hands off. Like there's so much going on.
Let's all be cautious so that we don't ruin the thing that we're trying to come back to.
Exactly, which is one of the reasons I think that everybody's finally on board. You know what I mean? Like we're all working together on a thing.
Yeah.
And it's positive.
Yes.
So that alone is great. That alone is great. And if we can all find one thing to rally around, it's like we want to save our land where we currently race, whether it's King of the Hammers or Moab or Sand Hollow, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If we want to keep that stuff, we've got to be good stewards of our sport. And even the new people that are coming in, maybe they don't know, but we know.
Yes.
So when they come in and they're like, hey, you see somebody toss something down or leave a fuel can, it's like, bro, hey, you don't have to be a dickhead about it, but just go up to him and be like, hey man, I'm so and so.
Yeah.
I noticed you left that there. I would appreciate it if you picked it up, because this is our stuff, dude. Like, we've worked really hard to keep this, and we'd appreciate it if y'all did the same.
It's
Hey, here's
really
a card
easy
for you.
to set a good example.
Here's a card for USOHV. We'd love if you guys checked it out. Like, it's that simple. It's that simple.
Yeah. And man, there's new parks being opened up on the East Coast right now that's exciting. This Northwest Alabama park is like phenomenal riding, everybody says. And then Golden Mountain come back open, which is local to us. And like, dude, it's really cool.
I have
So,
some stories from Golden Mountain back when Golden Mountain was the old school.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad they're back open. I know it's
It's
a little bit cut down. They
a
lost
little
some
bit,
land,
but it is that good again already. Like now,
I can't wait.
you want to go wheeling?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
like-
I do.
I need to do a little shakedown, run on the car before
Yes,
we head
I
out the
do.
Hammer. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
If we can get out of this snow, I'm in.
God. So yeah, man, I mean, I'm excited about what all, like, there's a lot of stuff coming and going and everything else. And like, we're adding equipment in and we're trying to do this new website and everything. So like, the pulse of wide open design right now is high, man. It's just fun.
Good, man. I'm excited to hear that. I'm happy for you guys. It's been a pleasure having you dudes on here.
Yeah.
We've been kind of talking about it for a while. I know me and Jason talked about
Yeah.
it for a while, and I'm super pumped that it finally happened.
Absolutely.
PRI makes it easy because it brings everybody to one spot.
Yeah.
That's why I love coming here.
Dude, the off-road presence this year is up. And we said it last year, like, the off-road presence needs to continue to rise at this show. And
Yep.
there's a lot of drag racing, there's a lot of short or circle track and stuff like that. But like, the off-road world needs to have a good East Coast venue, and this is honestly it.
I agree with you. I think
Dude,
we keep putting money towards it.
I love that there's a Hammertown right here. I love that Clyde has got a deal down there with
Yeah.
the National Rock Racing
Yeah.
series.
I bumped into more rock bouncer guys here this weekend than I have ever in the 10
Ever.
years or so we've been coming up here,
Ever.
and
Yep.
that's great.
Those guys are here, and all the guys are here.
Trip
All
and
the guys are
Trip
here.
and Clay Casey came on a little bit
Yeah.
ago. So yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
a-
good.
yeah, it's great. Yeah, and
Yeah.
again, we're all in the same boat. Yeah, it's a different genre of the racing. We're all off-roaders.
What's crazy is we're probably the only shop out there that's built vehicles in
Both.
all those genres.
That's true.
We are it.
The one thing that we really do well is variety. And the variety in the shop is sometimes you might have 3 Jeeps going on at once, or sometimes you have 3 buggies going on. But like, you look back at the laundry list of rigs that have gotten finished in the last 20 years that he's had the company going, and wow, the spectrum is just so wide.
Well, yeah. And that's true. I mean, yeah, I've walked through your guys' shop. Is like, I can't believe you're going to get all this done.
Yeah.
Unreal stuff. Well, this has absolutely been a pleasure. It's been kind of a bucket list one I've been wanting to do, because I really respect you as a businessman and a man in the industry, and you as well, as far as a fabricator and a man who knows how to make some really cool stuff. So this has been kind of a bucket list one. So it's been a pleasure, boys. This is the Our Day Off podcast at PRI, and hopefully we can do it again.
Awesome, brother.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having us.
so much
Yeah.
for having me.
Thank you guys. We'll see y'all later.
Awesome.